All right, what's up, everybody? This is Rob Shack. So today we're going to be doing a max speed test in the Zender Type S. I did not realize I actually unlocked this car. Apparently, you unlock this car by just beating the entire game, and you get if you've beaten every other race in the game before you beat the world champion, you unlock both the Zender Alpha, which was what I already did a speed test with, and the Zender Type S. I did not realize that. I was just kind of going through the cars to make sure I didn't miss anything, and then now here we are. But let's just do a quick speed test of the Zender Type S. This is the only hover car in the series. Its handling is completely garbage, but it looks awesome. It looks really, really cool. Again, yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Help me get to 1,000 subs. That's the hope, to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. And as of the time of this recording, I'm at like 549, almost at 550. So we're making some good progress this year, and I really appreciate everybody with the support. So this is the Zender Type S. This thing is freaking a disaster to drive. It's a hover car, so that's part of the problem. Is it has no wheels. It has very terrible damage as well, because all the Zenders have very bad damage. But it's really hard to control this thing, because every time you literally tap a directional, your car will start spinning and driving out of control because it doesn't have wheels, so it doesn't know how to stay under control to save its life. And the damage is so bad that if you basically hit anything, you automatically get like a ton of damage. So at some point, I'm gonna try to freaking drive this car straight, but it's like impossible to do. I already totaled it because its damage is so low, but it's fast. It's a very fast car, honestly. I just don't know how anyone can ever drive this thing. It's funny to see how low its handling is on its stats. Its handling is low because, well, it can't do any control. It has no horn, it has no wheels, it has no NOS. I think it was literally just like the people in the game probably just turned down the handling setting on the car all the way to nothing and thought, this is hilarious, but we can't have it be a car with wheels because that would make no sense for it to have that low handling. So they were like, we'll just make it a hover car and give it literally no handling and see what it can do. It's pretty amazing. It's very fast though. It honestly really is. If you can ever get it to go straight, wow, okay. If you can ever get it to not lose control, it's very fast. I mean, I want to try to get this car to some sort of top speed, but it's like almost impossible to get this car into any sort of top speed. I'm trying to find an area on New York where there's literally, it's just, you need to tap the steering. Like, it's so hard to just go completely straight with this car because, you know, in most situations, you're gonna need to turn somewhat. Like, you can't just go completely straight for more than 2 seconds. And then the car just doesn't straight up like ever. It basically is always kind of slightly turning because it's a hover car, and it just makes it really challenging to use this car. And it almost looks like it can clip through everything. It seems very willing to glitch. It's a very glitchy car. As you can see, I'm just kind of flying all over the place. Damaging the car is interesting too, because when you total the car, it like doesn't immediately stop like most cars because it has no wheels, so it just kind of coasts to a slow stop, which is really hilarious. Because with most other cars, when you total the car, the wheels fall off and then the car just immediately stops. But not with the hover car. With the hover car, it doesn't actually do that. It just kind of slows. It's almost like you just take the foot off the gas and just kind of slowly coast to a nice relaxing stop, which I think is hilarious. This car is absolutely insane to control though. I mean, as you can see, I'm just trying to stay straight and the car doesn't really want to do that like at all. I get a couple moments here where I'm able to kind of go straight for a little bit, and again, it's just so fast when it's not driving insanely. I would have loved to have seen the AI try to drive this car. I bet that's exactly why they didn't really let that happen, was because they knew this would just be a disaster. I mean, if the player can barely control it, how in the world would the AI do it? They most likely would not be able to. The fact that you can't even like turn this car without it just immediately losing its mind is why they probably were like, no, we are not letting the we are not going to let the AI deal with this, because it really would have been a complete disaster. Like, I don't see how the AI would have been able to handle this car. I literally can't even get this thing reasonably above a certain speed, just trying to drive in a straight line. The car also flips over pretty easily. As you can see here, it's just barely, and then it just like will flip over, and then it's just, that's it. So it's pretty amazing. Very easily damageable as well. Again, it looks awesome and it sounds great, and it's just such an interesting design. And I'm pretty sure there's not another hover car in this game in the whole series. I don't think there's even another hover car in the game in the whole Midnight Club series. It just doesn't, because I think they were like, yeah, this is a disaster of an idea. And then yeah, I love, always gotta respect the glitchy tunnel here, because basically anytime you bounce off that middle part, you just fly all over the place. But yeah, this car is pretty outrageous, impossible to control, and I think you could literally just make a video of trying to control this. I mean, that's all that this is. This whole video is just, you could say, oh, the montage. This is a montage of just trying to keep this car under control, is itself just like a meme for this game. Like, unable to keep it under control. The best moments are when you're just driving straight and nobody's in front of you. But I mean, try to do a race with this car would be like just completely impossible. I've already damaged it and totaled it like what, 7 times here. It's just, it's unbelievable. But again, fun, great stuff. Just trying to keep it straight in itself is almost impossible. There's that, the handbrake works, but it doesn't really do any. Whoa. All right, I don't even know how I did that. Anyway, we're just still moving, trying to get above. I want to just see, I'm trying to see what its top speed even remotely is close to, but this thing just goes flying all over the place. Oh my goodness. We are just trying to keep it straight. I'm trying to use the wall to keep the car straight, but then because the car is hovering, it generally can't even bounce off of a wall and like stabilize. It basically just can't even do anything like that. So it almost falls through the ground, almost clips through multiple surfaces. So pretty amazing car. Pretty amazing to see how it sort of that's probably the best turn I ever did there, only impeded by an ambulance, but that's still, that turn is immortalized now. That's the power of YouTube. There it is. That was the first time and probably the only time anyone has ever controlled this car for 2 seconds. So, I mean, this car is pretty amazing. I really wish they had done an AI race with this, but I think they knew that they wouldn't be able to control it, and so they probably tried to drive it and they were like, this is outrageous. I just made a turn without even meaning to there. I'm now borderline stuck in the ground there, but then of course with the reset, we're good to go. I'll try to like actually turn this corner here. I mean, of course, I'm going slow there, so that was pretty easy. But then, yeah, just getting above like 90 miles an hour with this car, it's like, yeah, good luck. Good luck with that. Pretty amazing stuff. Just trying to keep the car straight, and then if you use the walls, you're gonna clip through the walls a little bit, and then, you know, with the AI, with the little AI NPC cars trying to always run into you, that just, again, recipe for disaster here. Just always entertaining to drive this car. I had forgotten how absolutely unbelievable it is, and the fact that it's like a ragdoll. The car is essentially a ragdoll, like trying to drive this thing, and you cannot use anything to stabilize it. I mean, it's time and time again, it's gonna always be entertaining. No complaints there. You're gonna have a good time if you're just driving around with the Zender Type S, but yeah, I don't recommend doing any races. I don't want to get good with this car. I would rather just have it be a meme, just a meme of a, I don't even know what they were thinking when they made this thing. I don't even know. The fact that the little center median is like your worst enemy, and so is the wall and cars and the steering is your worst enemy. You're gonna have a good time just trying to keep this thing in a straight line. And if you do, just slam into a wall. It's faster than trying to stay under control, because losing control and just flying all over the place for about 15 seconds is worse than just hitting a wall. and reversing. So I can't imagine anybody ever actually making anything happen with this car. If you win a race with this thing, I would love to see it. Post it, send me a link. I will watch it. I will share it. I will figure out how to make that more mainstream because this is unbelievable. But it's the Power Midnight Club Street Racing. Again, one of the best games in the series because of the fact that they just kind of went all over the place with it, and they were like, you know, let's like make a campaign mode that's great and short, and then have a bunch of extra stuff on the side that people will inevitably want to do because they'll see there's such an incentive in this game to actually like figure out how to unlock all the rest of the cars because there's so many random cars on the side. You just want all the rest, and the fact that they have a car like this in the game is so hilarious that it literally just loses control and you go flying, and then I don't even know how to get back down to the freaking highway down here because I went flying out of control, flew off the highway, and all right, now I'm back. Okay, so it's just great. You can't go wrong with this. Well, actually, you can go wrong with this. Don't race anybody with this car. Just use it in free mode and just see what weird glitches happen when you try to hit stuff and when you try to just go straight, because you're gonna be impressed. You're gonna be impressed with what this car's glitchy mechanics is capable of. It's amazing. I'll probably drive around for a little bit longer. Let y'all just enjoy the complete chaos of this car. So be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Help me get to 1,000 subs. Y'all are great. You know, hoping to get there by the end of the year. And it's been a good time. Been a good time racing with this car. So enjoy. Enjoy the rest of the video. I'm gonna drive around for a little bit. Peace.